So let's start at the beginning. What does it mean to play big? And I'll tell you, over the years, I have found that a lot of women have a very mixed reaction to that phrase. On the one hand, something about it is really appealing. Like, yeah, I do feel like I need to play bigger, or I do feel like that'd be really fun, or I have a longing for that, or I kind of know I'm playing small, and that certainly doesn't feel very good. So that's the draw of it. But on the other hand, people often feel like, ugh, first of all, I'm really busy. I don't have time to add another thing to my plate, to my days called playing bigger. Second of all, I'm really tired. I am tired, and playing bigger sounds like exhausting and it sounds like work. And also, like, is playing big, are you going to ask me to like do something macho? And that sounds like everything has to be supersized. Can I just be right sized? Why does everything here have to be big, bigger, bigger? So those are all the things that can kind of make us say, like, maybe that's not for me, or maybe it's not for me right now. I hear you. I'm with you on that whole mix of feelings. And I want to tell you what playing big means as I define it, how I practice it in my own life, and the ways that I work with it when we're working on our playing big as a group of women. So, my definition of playing big is this: playing big is about being more loyal to your dreams than to your fears. And that's a definition that came out of my own life, my own feeling of playing small. And I realized, gosh, I don't know exactly how I'm going to achieve the dreams I have. At the time, I was working another full-time job and I knew I wanted to be writing again. I knew I wanted to be doing something creative. I thought I probably maybe wanted to start my own business, but all of that seemed like a very, very distant, very impossible pipe dream. So I didn't know how I was going to achieve the dreams, but I also knew that I hadn't even been on my own side in pursuing those dreams. I had been one of the biggest skeptics. So if a little voice inside me said, "Oh gosh, I would like to write," or "I'd like to be more creative," another voice inside of me would rush in with, "Yeah, but your writing's not that good. And oh, you kind of lost your creativity years ago. And people who are going on a creative path have already chosen it. It's too late." It had a whole bunch of objections and arguments and really kind of mean, skeptical comments. And that was the voice I was listening to. And so I was being the skeptic in relationship to my own dreams and longings. And so when that got really, really painful, like I can't sleep at night anymore, painful, and life is starting to seem really bleak, kind of painful, I started to realize the first move, the first shift was going to have to be getting back on the side of those dreams, even if I didn't know yet if I could achieve them ever or how I would. But it would mean being loyal, friendly to those dreams, open to them, in conversation with them in a kind way. And now, for 15 years, I've done this work of helping thousands of women get in touch with what is the playing big dream or longing that's calling me right now? And could I just shift my own stance so I can be more loyal to it than I'm being to my fears or to my doubts? We don't know what that will look like yet in terms of the action we take, but the first thing is that inner shift. Can I be more loyal to my dreams? And here's the thing about all those concerns about it being exhausting or being too busy to play big. We don't have to add playing big to our schedule like another demand. It's actually more, as we're going to learn in this series, about how we move through the world, how we're being our own ally, how we're listening to our own inner wisdom. And that doesn't take a whole lot of extra time. It's the time we're spending thinking through things and moving through our lives anyway. We're just learning to do it differently. And then there's that question, is playing big exhausting? Is it tiring? Well, I'm not going to tell you that there aren't going to be some times when you're going to take a bold leap and do something that needs courage, and you might need a good nap afterwards, or you might just want to sit in the tub afterwards. There will be those things that take something from you. But overall, what I hear again and again from so many women and from what my experience is in my own life is that actually playing big is a lot less exhausting and a lot less draining than playing small. Because let's talk for a minute about the drain and the exhaustion and the conflict with self that comes from playing small. When we're playing small, which often means we're self-editing our voice all the time. Maybe we're being perfectionistic. Maybe we're over preparing and overthinking on a lot of things. And in general, we're holding back our impulses to create, to speak up, to be ourselves, to go for the thing that's in us that wants to come forth, to pursue that. That's like a lot of force against the forces that are inside us. It's a push pull, and that becomes super, super draining. It also just makes life less joyful and less vitalizing when we're playing small. So, for a lot of us, as we switch into that mode of honoring our own dreams, honoring our inner voice, playing bigger, starting to take some exciting but really manageable, courageous risks toward that playing big, we actually feel like it's less draining, less exhausting way to live. And then I also want to address that really valid concern like, oh, Tara, does everything have to be bigger? That's the system I'm turning away from. I don't want to participate in that. I totally hear you. And that's where it comes in. It's so important that the way you're going to define playing big is being more loyal to your dreams than to your fears. Because your dream might be to start painting every Sunday in your backyard, get out the watercolors. Your playing bigger dream might be to create a community garden at your kids' school. Your playing bigger dream might be to start a side project on the edge of your full-time job where once a month you're hosting an amazing women's circle in your home. Your playing big might be something that would look big in the world's eyes. It might be go for the promotion, ask for the raise, grow my audience, publish a book, and there's all the tools here that are going to help you with that too. But the expressions of playing big are so, so diverse. I always say, it can look like getting the promotion, asking for the promotion. It can also look like turning down the promotion if you know the true path that's calling you is not in that job. For some people, that's the bold playing big is to say no to that. It can look like something that your friends and family and community and colleagues would see as big, or it might look like something that they wouldn't understand as big or a brave move at all because it's quite intimate what each of us know to be the truth of our own dreams. We know what the playing big move is for us. And that's what we're doing here. And so, no, it won't look like participating in some system of competition or ego games that you don't want to participate in. It's not that kind of playing bigger. It's really the deep inner side of tuning into what's calling you and going for that. So, with that, I want to invite you to start to think about today what is calling you in your playing big right now? What might playing big look like in your life or in your work if we use that definition? That playing big is about being more loyal to your dreams than to your fears. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.